Welcome to plot 96. Today's date is the 17th of January 2014. I'm going to walk you around my plot to show what I've done for the last 2 weeks and what I got planned now for the next 2 weeks. First of all, allotment neighbour gave me a plant about 20 minutes ago, half hour ago, and it's called a hot red poker. It's a flowering plant. It's evergreen and a bit muddy, and it flowers late summer to early autumn. I'll post a picture of what it's like so you can see what a hot poker actually looks like. Okay, so for now then, I'll walk you around the allotment to show what I've done and what I plan to do this today and for the next 2 weeks. Okay, so what I've done then so far, like I said in the last month, I've put a new raised bed in this area, and I think I'm going to put the hot red poker in this corner here, so it will go as a clump and spread in that area there, because this is going to be my seating area. I've done this week. I put some plastic on the wood just to protect it a bit from the rain, so it's in front of my coal frame, so I can sit next to the red poker and a bit of a sitting area there next to the coal frame. Then along then this section of raised bed here is going to go my butternut squash in late spring, early summer. I will then train them along the fence. I don't know if you can see any close up for you. It's quite a thick wire, so the butternut squash can trail along that area, along that fence area there. The next bed, bed 1, I finished. It's all been dug over. It's been compost with last year's compost, and also I've stuck fertilizer on top. I don't use cow muck or horse muck. I use what they call is 6X, and I'll show you that packet now. Okay, so this is the stuff I use, 6X. It's 100% natural fertilizer. It's supposed to be 6 to 8 times richer than farmyard manure. It's $8.99 a bag, and I use the whole bag on that section there. For me, it's easier than getting the manure, because we go buy the manure by the ton, and a ton is just too much for here, and I've got nowhere to store it. So buying a few bags for each bed, at the end of the day we'll get the same price. And I have had quite success last year. I put it in my the ground, feeding, my plant plots, my hanging baskets, and they do flourish really well. So that's what I use. Again, I got it from the local garden centre. It does stink a little bit. 6X. Recommend it. Good stuff. Okay, going now to my other bed. So this is going to be my first bed, and my potatoes first earlies are going to go in that at the end of February. I've got Winston this year for my first earlies. Last year I had Swift, that were lovely. Couldn't get them this year, so in the local garden centre. So they had Winston, so I'm going to try them this year, see what they're like. So they're going into that section there. Bed 2 then is at the moment my, again, overwintering onions, garlic in this area. They're doing pretty good. So you can see them. What I do need to do though is basically clean all this weed off here and get it cleaned up there. On the back wall there then, again, I'm going to put in another raised bed to follow that through there. And again, I'm not quite sure when I'm going to put in that here yet. It's going to be flowers, cutting flowers will go in that sort of section there. When the onions are coming out, this is where my pumpkin's going to go. Now I got my pumpkin seeds from a guy in America called My Gardener. It's worth popping over to his site to have a look. You've got some good things going on there, and he's doing a pumpkin competition. He sent the seeds over to me, and they came last week. So when they're ready to sow up, I'll sow up, and let's see who grows the biggest pumpkin. There's I think quite a few of us around the world he sent them to. So hopefully this Welsh water will be good enough to get somewhere with a pumpkin. So that is going to go in that area there, and again the vines then I can trail then along the fence there and that fence there, so it takes up less room for growing there. Coming into my third bed, the long bed. Again, I've still got some overwintering cabbages. They're kind of nice now. They're starting to heart up, so they'd be nice for the spring. A few of my Brussels sprouts left. Quite small, but they're absolutely gorgeous. So I'm waiting for them to finish them. Again, tidy this up, turn it over, fertilise this again, and this is where my second earlies will go, and they're going to be my fauna. Up then to this section here then, it's where my brass is going to go, and some of my roots. This section here, it's being composted over, and that's where my asparagus is coming up. And as you can see here, I've got the spring onion which just sprouted up. I'm also going to use this bed as well for sweet corn. The asparagus is only 12 months old, so I won't be picking it this year. So in between where it shoots up, I'll be putting my sweet corn along this area there. I've emptied my compost bin. That's all been emptied, and it's gone into the first bed and part of the long bed. Runner bean, that side has been filled, and now I put soil on to rot away. Now I'm filling that side with household compost. That'll be ready then for my runner beans. Done nothing to this bed yet, because my late potatoes, main crop potatoes, were going in there, so haven't even touched that, but that would be now the next job, the end of the month, beginning of March. I've also got some more of these copings, whatever you call them. I've got a feature there. I'm going to take it across where the pear tree is and bring it across into that area there, tidy that up. I'm sure I've got my apple tree and pear tree, and then again I'm going to put some just little bedding plants there, put some next to it, put some bulbs in it, just make it a little feature, make it a little tidier, make it a little pretty. Nothing done on the greenhouse come Polytunnel. Again, like I said, it's a long-term project. Going into my Polytunnel, like I said, last month I done a door, and that's been fantastic. With my height being 6'2", the door is raised a little bit, and I'm not banging it all the time. So small duckers are going in, and it's great. So going in here, I've got my strawberries going along there, which I will be in the next day or two moving them out and then putting them into the cold frame out of the way, so I can clean up in here. My sweet peas, I sowed them, I think it was October, November. I've cut the tops off so they're going not too bad. I just need to bush it a bit, and at home I've sown another lot to go in after them. So that's just my polytunnel in here. What I've done, it's got my lettuce I'm doing so on the last video. What I've done now is to get them on a bit quicker. I've covered them in plastic a bit warmer, see if I can bring them on then that a little bit quicker again. Coming by here, I saw this on Tony's allotment. He stuck his strawberry runners in water because he didn't have the time, and his roots come out fantastic. So what I was doing yesterday, I was cleaning out my fruit cage, I'll show you in a minute, and all the runners which was gone over the place, I haven't got time at the moment to put them anywhere, so I thought, well, throw them in the water and see if they come along like Tony's did. Come along now then to my fruit cage. I've started to tidy this up. So what I'm going to plan here, this section here has got to be moved down about a foot to 2 feet. I've bought the raspberries, and they're British raspberries, Glen Ample, and they're summer fruiting. So what I tend to do is put them this section by here. So again, this will be moved over a little bit to get them along there. I put a post then to there to you, and I'll have one row of, if you can see it, one row of summer raspberries then basically going this section here and stopping round about that area there, so I can walk around the back of them, and the back wall then will be all my strawberries. And again, like I said, they're building so I can have them tiered up into those plastic trays there. So the strawberries, raspberries. On the back there, again, I got a few berries, blackberries, red berries, currants. I've got to buy a couple of blueberries to go into these 2 pots here, so I got to go 3 or 4 of those, and they'll be this area here. But I keep them in pots because it's easier to control the soil, because apparently it needs to be I can't think of the name of it now, but anyways, a lower pH for the soil, acidic, that's the word. So again, got to tidy this whole area up, and I did have bark down, but I'm going to get rid of the bark now, and basically I'll be putting this membrane down when I'm finished, and just keep it as this black membrane. I know it's a bit muddy at the moment, but we've had really excess rain, and what I'm going to do in the summer is take this netting off, put in a plastic roof on top, which will also be like, keep this sort of like a little heated area as well, warmer as well. Then I'll be putting in a gutter along here to catch the water, and I put then a irrigation system in here from the water there. So that's my fruit cage. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to crack on now and get this red hot poker into the ground, and then see what time it is, and I'll either get the raspberries in, if not I'll get them in tomorrow. And there's my new plant, the red hot poker in the ground, cleaned all the new stems off, and we'll see how that grows now through the year, and looking forward to flowering next year. Thank you all for watching, and to all my subscribers, any comments please leave in the box below, and thank you very much again, and see you all soon. Goodbye.